So 10x would be 16, 20x would be like 32.
Yeah.
And then, the crypto kids will be stupid and they'll bid it up to $100 a coin. And
like
then, of
Luna.
course, it'll break after that.
That sounds a bit like Luna, right?
Yeah, man, is history repeating itself a bit here?
Where we had a bit more price reaction, as Brian pointed out in the first part of the daily brief, was Render. It's pumping up nicely, and this week it now gained the number one position from AI coins by CoinGecko.
This is AI? I thought this had to do with like video rendering.
It is video rendering, but one could argue that it is AI because to do AI, you need rendering power. To render, you need computing power for your AI. So one could argue that this is for AI. You need GPUs to run AI models. And Render can render images, but it could also use computing power to run AI models, you could say. I don't really value these lists a lot, but at the same time, I know that a lot of people do watch them. So then it's nice to have Render on the first spot.
Yeah, that's it's like a subcategory at CoinGecko.
Yeah, you have all these categories, and this is the artificial intelligence category. Probably they saw TOI with the tags and the market universe, and I thought, well, we need to introduce categories.
Maybe. It would be kind of cool to have a subcategory at TRI for the AI coins. So if you feel like taking on that project, there you go.
This is the list we could follow along.
There's an easy dodge. Yeah, here's your list, Brian. That makes it easy.
I will make a link to it. We do use CoinGecko as well to determine our top 30 coins. Yeah. So
okay, but that's weird because I thought that what you did with these guys is I want to create a video image. It takes a lot of computing power to create this image, so I'm going to go and use the render service to create this image that I really need for my marketing campaign or something. And I'm not sure how that has anything to do with artificial intelligence.
The artificial intelligence to run these AI models, you need computing power.
People are going to use this render not to make video images, but to just simply have the access to the GPUs.
Exactly. And maybe both. But that's why I guess they are on the fence what the narrative to go with. But because Render being part of Otoy and they are focusing on graphics, I think your linkage with video rendering is better than AI. But AI is a nice narrative in the crypto space. So let's go with AI for now. For the public, let's go with AI. Render is AI. Fine. Render went up quite a bit over the past 2 days, I would say. I posted in the launch when this W came in. It was a very well-formed pretty W that's pointing towards the 2 area if you would do a simple 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio. And I was looking why this was happening, and someone pointed me out with this tweet, which is interesting. This is the account of Jules Urbach. Probably I'm pronouncing his name very bad, but that's okay because everyone butchers my name as well. So doing my best here, but be gentle on me if I butchered his name. He's the founder and CEO of Otoy, and you see that Render, of course, is part of Otoy, so he has it listed in here as well. Now, if you look at his last tweet, this is an interesting one. Render has a massive supply of high-density GPU power to power AI. There you go, Brian. But what's more interesting, Apple neural engine soon. And I think that's what a lot of people got onto. And for the people who are not that much in the Apple ecosystem, basically Apple has their own chips to do certain operations where their own chips really excel at in terms of machine learning or rendering. And now Jules, who is closely working with Apple, when you look at his past presentations, is saying Apple Neural Engine soon. And Apple Neural Engine is basically a computing cloud of devices where each device can be part of a network. For example, your Apple TV, your iPhone, your iPad, your Mac Mini, your MacBook, everything can be part of this network, basically, because all these devices that are released in the past few years recently have support for this Apple Neural Engine.
Whether you like it or not, eh?
if you like it or not. But then you can speculate a little bit. If you have all these devices running idle and they could be part of this entire big Apple neural engine, and somehow render is involved, being maybe the network to orchestrate all that kind of stuff, then of course the crypto kids, including me, are hoping that if this really is the case, there will be an Apple presentation where on some slides, maybe there's a small sentence powered by render network, something like that. Which would send this coin
skyward.
sky.
How many coins are out on this thing?
Well, let's see. In the top artificial intelligence,
like, what's the market cap right now? It's already $500 million,
yeah,
eh?
Yeah, already.
What would be a reasonable market cap for something that's like a blue chip name in the world now? Like, I mean, just out of curiosity, what's Ethereum's market cap? What's Bitcoin's market cap? Is it 500 billion? And like, what's say number 10 on the list? So it's 229 billion.
Yeah.
You know, if we were going to crack the top 10, what's sort of like number 10 on the list? Actually, it'd be interesting to see where your name is now.
Number 10 is
Polygon,
307.
and it's sitting at, what is that? Whoa, 10 billion? I think that's what that says there, right?
Oh, wait. Market cap. Yeah, 10 billion.
All right. So your rand right now is $500 million. And if we want to
86.
crack sort of the top 10, then we want to go to 500 billion, eh?
Yeah.
So, no, is that right? No, that's not right.
This is 500 million then?
Right.
This
And
was-
what's your, just to, hit the top 10, because then that would be like this thing's mainstream, right?
10 billion.
So that's,
Times
it's got
20.
20x to go.
Yeah.
And if we think about it, it's about $1.60 right now.
Yeah.
So 10x would be 16, 20x would be like 32.
Yeah.
And then, the crypto kids will be stupid and they'll bid it up to $100 a coin. And
Like
then of
Luna.
course it'll break after that.
That sounds a bit like Luna, right?
Yeah, man, is history repeating itself a bit here?
And maybe we get, I clearly remember with Luna when we went from 1.6 basically to 3. And then from 3, we went also back to 20 and then crashed down to 4.
Yeah, and that's when I got in, right around 5 or so.
Yeah, and then we went all the way back up to 20, 30, 100, 120 before the scandal broke. But
well, and if anything, that though was the tell, right? So if we do our math and we figure this thing should be top 10, and that means, if I understand correctly, we do the numbers, this thing should be about 30, 40 bucks a coin would be mainstream. Once we hit that $30, $40 area, if any of you actually did hop on with Stuart, and I don't know, did you buy any of this for TRI?
Yeah, TRI has some on the books.
Fucking A. The bottom line there is we get up into that $30, $40 area. And that's when, what I want is I want a nice public picture of me going to the Netherlands and getting a big fat fucking tattoo on my ass, courtesy of a name like this, right? Because that was our deal, right?
Something like that, yeah.